Just going back to the chain. Got our timing mark here, and that pointing up. Top dead centre still. Just line our little cog up there. Gently use the rubber mallet. I've never done one of these, so let's have some fun, eh? Ha ha ha! Let's see what we've got here. Well, that there looks to me like it goes on the inside. On this plate. So that's pretty simple, isn't it? There's our mark that we want obviously down the bottom. So we will cut all of this out. I think that's it there. Alright guys, welcome back. Just on the timing chain. It's very self-explanatory. This one has a keyway. Just have to give it a little tap to get it back. It's also got a mark right there where my finger is, 0. So we want that pointing straight up and down. And at the same time, this piston here, number 1, should be at the top. On the top cog here, we've got a little roll pin there. Line it up, and we've got the same. We've got a dot there that we want pointing down. So we want these two dots looking at each other. And the keyway's mate, and that's it. Pretty, not much can go wrong. We'll torque these down to 21 foot-pounds, and we'll throw the cover on. Alright, just doing the timing cover. So we got the gasket here. We've got this gasket sealant. So we just give this a good coating. Both sides. We'll go like so. These holes go over the pins. Easy peasy. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is part 2 of our Chevy build. You see in part 1 we had the bottom end all done. In this one we'll put the top end together. Now just here I've just sat the heads on and put the bolts in, they're all finger tight. So we will endeavour to we'll tension all these down in correct order, and we'll get the other head on the other side. First I'll just give that a bit of a clean up and get all the bolts cleaned, ready to go, and then we'll crack on with that. So we'll see you in a second. I mixed that up. It's industrial enamel. They're pretty good. I actually wanted that colour. Not that the car's going to be that colour, so don't go thinking that. That's the colour I wanted. Similar to a Ford red, but a bit poppier. So I'm going to repaint the gearbox. So that's a whole nother thing. Anyway, we just set our head gasket on here. Okay, everything's been cleaned, and now we're going to try to pick up this head without dropping it, seeing that's fresh paint. And placing it. Oh, it's heavy. Right, what am I doing wrong? It's got to be there somewhere. There. There we go. Oop. You get that in. These are pretty heavy, especially when you do it with 2 fingers. There we go. Ooh, that was getting sketchy a lot. So, yeah, we just got that. There's 2 little dowels. Sorry, I should have showed you. There's 2 little metal dowels. And so this will sit on there. Alright, that's about as hard as that is. Now, all our bolts, this side's already put in, but all our bolts were laying here in order. So, for this head, they are all down here on the bench. If we can get you down there. Ooh, on our messy bench. Right, there's all our bolts from the back. Brrr, all in order. So what we have to do is I'll stick his back on time lapse, and I will head over to the wire brush on the grinder. You could use that. If you don't have one of them, you can just use a normal wire brush. And I'm just going to clean all the bolts so they're all nice, ready to go. Alright, we will be back in a minute. Alright guys, we just got our assembly lubricant. These are all our head studs, bolts. They're all cleaned up. This came with our, what did it come with? Come with our rod bolts. But they give you enough to, you get this motor and another one out of it, obviously, easily. Now, we'll go along to all of these, but before I do too many more, I think I might go drop them in position in case we have some sort of a catastrophe over here. Like I said before, these are all in exact order of where they originally were, remember? Alright, so just putting a little bit of lube on there. Hope that's focusing. Okay, so we'll do that to all of them, and we'll go and drop them in their positions, and we'll be back. Alright guys, and we're back. So you see, got all the bolts in, and like I said, that's how they were on the bench. So this is how they were on the bench. That one, that one, that one, that one, and so on and so forth. Okay, so they're all put in exact order. So we just got our, what are we running here? It's 5/8. We're just going to run along and just do these all up by hand, get them all started, just take them all down. It doesn't matter what order because I'm not tightening anything, I'm just taking up all the slack to start with, because as you can see they're all just sitting in there. Okay, so we're just doing them by hand, and then I'll get the sheet with the tension settings and the order. There's a special order to do these up in, and we will I'll show you guys that, and we'll go along and tension the heads up. Okay, see you back in a bit. Alright guys, we're back. All the bolts are sitting in their positions. This is our bolt sequence. So what that means is they all have to be tightened up in that order. Now, we also do them in 3 stages. You can do them in 2 or 3. We're going to do them in 3. So we're going to go down to about 25 pounds, foot-pounds. Then we'll go to so like 45, 50, and then we'll do 65. Yeah, 65 at the end, and we'll do the 65 twice, just to be sure. That's on 25 already. Perfect. So we want to start with number 1, which is this one. Click, boom. Number 2 is this one up here. We go down here to 3. Next to it, 4. Up here, 5. I don't know if you're moving too much there. And over here, 6. My arm in the way, probably was. where's 7? 7's down here. On the bottom right. And we come across to 8. 9. We go back over here to 10. 11. 12. 13. Now, what you didn't see me do is I put some assembly lubricant on the bolt, and I also put a little tiny bit of sealant on the bottom, because these bolts do go into water and they can have a tendency to leak. So that's our first set of tensions down. We'll now adjust our wrench to around the 50-pound mark, go through it again in order. We'll then adjust it up to 65, go through again in order, and then we'll go through again in order. Like so, we'll do 65 twice to make sure they're perfect. Then we'll jump on the other side. I'll move yours back a tiny bit, put yours on time lapse. You might even see if we can set you up somewhere else. Put you on time lapse, and yeah. The other side, I have to just pull the bolts out and put a little bit of sealant. Time lapse there, I installed all the rocker arms, the push rods and the lifters all in their rightful spots. Everything's just all finger tied up, nothing's tight yet, right? So as you've seen, we just put a bit of oil, we cleaned everything, dropped a bit of oil around everything, as I said, oil, everything. So we've oiled everything got oiled. We oiled the tops, we oiled them as we put them in, everything. These have all been, the push rods all cleaned. The rocker arms cleaned, sat on, a little bit of oil dropped in. We're going to do now, just so we don't forget, we're going to just run along here. Shoot a bit of oil in each one. Like I said, oil is your friend, mate. Oil is your friend. Alright, so the firing order on a Chevy is 184 36 572. So what I was taught was, that's your first 4 of your firing order, that's your second 4, so you write your second 4 underneath. Okay, so we have number 1 cylinder is at top dead center, is up the top. If you looked in your spark plug hole in there, I don't know if we can get you in there, but the piston, oh, show you this, is right at the top. See, it's just there. So we also know that if we can find our shifter to turn it over, if you look at these 2 lifters here, you'll see that when I move the crank, inches here, right? So you watch those lifters, you watch one move. See that one there? He's moving up. Right, so that means that this number 1 is in the rocking position. Okay? Because if we go back this way a little bit, you'll see that one's popping up. So that means these are rocking, where one's opening, one's closing. Okay? So that cylinder's firing. Now, bang, it's about to fire. So that's number 1. When we come to our list, 6 is our opposite. So if we look at number 6, you'll see the same. Number 6 is up the top as well. But number 6 is not rocking. So rocking is in one valve opening, one valve closing. Alright, so they're right there. Whereas this one has just closed, and this one is about to open. So they're rocking, which means these in number 6 are at the bottom of the cam. So what that means is we can tighten these up. So what we do is we tighten these down. As you can see, we got all this movement. So we tighten this down until there's no movement, till we just get no movement, just. And then we give them between a quarter and a half a turn. So you pick what you want to do. If you do a quarter, you do them all at a quarter. If you do a half, you do them all at a half. Okay? So like I said, we want the movement there. As soon as that movement stops, do not keep going. As soon as you get rid of them play, then you get over half a turn. So we can do the exhaust and the inlet on number 6. Okay? Now people do this a whole different ways, but this ensures they are all perfect, because they are definitely 100% at the bottom of the cam lobes. So they can be done. Then we come to our order, and our next cylinder to fire is number 8. So when we hand crank our motor a bit, we will get number 8 to rock. As you can see, one of them is slightly open. So that will come down, and this one will be, so when number 8 is in that rocking position where it's like that, not like that, not like that, when it's there, where they've just gone, just before this one goes down, that's where it's rocking. We go back to our list, number 5 will be the one that we go and tighten. So then we will come along here, 1, 3, 5, we'll go to 5 and we will tighten 5 down. Same way, just get rid of the play, quarter turn, and so on and so forth. We then get number 4 to rock, we tighten 7. We get number 3 to rock, we tighten 2. Then we go back the other way, we get 6 to rock, we tighten 1, and so on and so forth, until they're all done. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to put you on time lapse. We might come in a minute, and I'll do one with you, and we will go from there. Alright, so that's how you set the rocker arms, stock rocker arms with hydraulic lifters, how they are done properly. Okay, there's a lot of other conflicting stories on the internet. This is the foolproof way to do it. Okay, because there's no way you can get them wrong if you do it this way. Now people go through and look at this. There's other ways you can go through and go, oh, that one's down, they look down, that one, and you can go through and tighten them individually and what, but there is chances you can stuff it up. This you cannot stuff up. Alright, we'll be back. So as I said, guys, one's rocking, we tighten up 6. Just making sure that we are in the center of the lifter. Still got movement there, see? Still got movement. Right. Let's back that off a little bit and have another feel. Still got movement. Still got a touch. Just a touch. Just a touch. Yeah, there you go. Still there's a little bit in there. A bit more. Okay, that feels good. Right. And then what we're going to do, we're going to set that up there. And we're going to take it. That's a quarter. And that's a half. If we bring it around to here, we're going to take it in between. I think. That's a quarter turn. We're going to go to there. That's that one. So you're not bouncing around too much over there. You can still see it's moving, see? Getting close. Back it off a bit. Definitely got movement. It's very close there. Still got a touch. Still a touch. I'm happy with that one. We'll do the same, we'll take it straight up. It's a quarter. What I'm doing is I'm lining the marking on the writing on the shifter with the edge here to get this other bit. So as soon as that gets through there, we're happy. So there's our first one, number 6 done. You might back them off and check them. That one is definitely not as tight as the other. So let's take these back one turn. Whatever that was, 1.5 turns. Alright, and let's go again. It's just to make sure. We've still got plenty of movement. Still got movement. Still got movement. Alright, we're happy there. That's nicer. Right, so 6 is done. So then we go back to our list. And our next one that we want to rock is number 8, which is over here. So can you see number 8 where you are? No, let's see if we can get you. You could bump a bit here, guys, so watch out. It's a bit ugly. Sorry about that. Right, now, let's have a look at you. Just tilt you down. Now, as you can see, number 8, that one is up. Right. Cranking over the motor, you can see the others are moving. Wee. Sorry, I just needed a better purchase. I think we missed it then actually, sorry guys. We have to go right around. Alright, so we got the inlet, no sorry, the exhaust is opening. So what's going on there? That shouldn't, that must be the inlet's opening, is it? I don't know, we'll see what's going on. He's coming back down. So he's down and the other one's heading up, right there. So did you see that one there? It's just started to move. Sorry, my hand's probably in the way. So we'll just go the other way just to back it back off. Watch this one just go down a little bit. There. And this one just starts to pop. Pack of bees. Right there. 8 is now rocking. So we now go to 5 and we tension number 5 up. Alright, we'll put you on time lapse. Sealing on the gaskets, on the intake gaskets. As you see, we got all them knocked down. We just put the gaskets on just with a bit of sealer. Nothing fancy. Just put some sealer on. I've just set that on. Got no bolts in it. So this is pretty idiot proof, all of this, that's why I haven't filmed too much. So yeah, once we got all those rocker arms done, then we just we put some RTV sealant. See it there, the red stuff. On the gasket, both sides, on the ends. And we've got an Elderbrock Performer manifold we've dug out. Brand new set of stainless bolts for it. Get a couple in. Get this buttoned up and we're just about done. So, I don't know. I'll show you the finished product, but looking alright, isn't it? You can put that out of the way. Alright, I'll keep moving, I'll stick you on time lapse. guys. I did the last bit off camera. It's all just bolt-ons, pretty self-explanatory. There's our little 283 Chevy, all freshened up. Still a couple little things to do. Throttle linkages and stuff, but that's all good enough for now. She's fully rebuilt. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Wasn't a real fun one, but it was more of a factual video, that one. So, hope you like that. Be sure to check out the progress on this build. We'll be coming to the channel soon, our 32. Go back and look at our other videos if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel. Like, comment, share if you can. From us here, we'll see you in the next one. And don't forget, like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.